This is Artistic Vortex, bringing you the latest celebrity news and updates from around the world. In a surprising development, global pop icon Britney Spears has reportedly been arrested in California for driving under the influence. According to reports first published by TMZ, the singer was taken into custody late Wednesday night in Ventura County after being stopped by officers from the California Highway Patrol. The incident reportedly occurred at around 9:30 p.m. when Highway Patrol officers pulled over Spears' vehicle during a routine traffic stop. Sources familiar with the situation say that officers suspected the pop superstar may have been driving under the influence, which led to her being detained at the scene. According to law enforcement sources, Britney Spears was then placed in handcuffs and taken into custody. After the initial arrest, she was transported to the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, where she was formally booked in the early hours of the morning. Reports indicate that the booking process took place at approximately 3 a.m. As part of the standard procedure, Spears' information was recorded and she was temporarily held in custody while the case was processed. However, according to publicly available inmate records, the singer did not remain in jail for long. Britney Spears was reportedly released from custody at around 6 a.m. the same morning. At the time of this report, representatives for Britney Spears have not yet released an official statement addressing the arrest. Media outlets, including TMZ, have reached out to her team for comment, but no response has been publicly confirmed yet. The arrest comes at a particularly sensitive time for the pop superstar, as it follows a recent legal victory involving a long-running harassment case. Just days before this incident, Britney Spears was granted a permanent restraining order against a man from Louisiana who had allegedly been harassing her online for years. According to court documents filed by Spears, the man had been posting disturbing messages about her on social media since 2013. The situation escalated over time and eventually led to a frightening incident in which the man allegedly appeared outside her Los Angeles home. Court filings indicate that the individual was 51 years old and had a history of repeatedly targeting the singer online. Britney Spears' legal team argued that his behavior had become increasingly alarming and potentially dangerous. Authorities had previously arrested the same man in 2025 after he allegedly trespassed at Spears' residence in Los Angeles. That earlier arrest raised serious concerns about her safety and led to additional legal action. Following a review of the case, the court ultimately granted Spears a permanent restraining order, legally prohibiting the man from contacting or approaching her. For Britney Spears, the restraining order represented an important legal victory and a step toward protecting her privacy and security. However, the new DUI arrest has now placed the singer back into the spotlight for an entirely different reason. While the current situation is still developing, this is not the first time Britney Spears has encountered legal troubles related to driving. One of the most widely reported incidents occurred in 2007 during a highly turbulent period in the singer's life. At that time, Spears was involved in an alleged hit-and-run accident involving a parked car in Los Angeles. The incident attracted intense media attention as Spears was already under heavy scrutiny from the public and the press. Following the accident, prosecutors filed misdemeanor charges against the pop star, and she briefly faced the possibility of jail time. However, the case eventually took a different turn. Spears later paid for the damages caused to the owner of the parked vehicle, which led to the hit-and-run charges being dropped. Another legal complication arose during the same period when Spears was accused of driving without a valid California driver's license. The case went to trial, but the jury ultimately failed to reach a unanimous decision. Because the jurors were deadlocked, the court declared a mistrial, and the matter did not result in a conviction. Despite the legal resolution of those cases, the events of 2007 had lasting consequences for Britney Spears' personal life. During that time, the singer was experiencing a series of very public personal struggles that were widely covered by the media. One of the most difficult moments came when Spears temporarily lost custody of her two sons following concerns about her behavior and alleged substance abuse issues. The children are shared with her former husband, dancer and entertainer Kevin Federline. Court decisions during that time granted Federline primary custody of the boys, a situation that deeply affected Spears both personally and emotionally. Over the years that followed, Spears worked to rebuild her career and public image. Despite the challenges she faced, the pop star managed to stage one of the most remarkable comebacks in modern entertainment history. Her music continued to dominate global charts, and songs like Toxic, Womanizer, and Circus helped solidify her legacy as one of the most influential pop artists of her generation. Spears also became the center of international conversation during the highly publicized conservatorship battle that lasted for more than a decade. The legal arrangement placed many aspects of her personal and financial life under court-appointed control. However, after years of activism from fans and legal challenges from Spears herself, the conservatorship was officially terminated in 2021, allowing the singer to regain full control of her life and career. Since then, Britney Spears has continued to remain a powerful figure in pop culture, regularly making headlines for her social media posts, personal revelations, and ongoing legal matters. The latest arrest in Ventura County has once again brought intense media attention to the singer. For many fans and observers, the situation raises questions about what exactly happened during the traffic stop and whether any formal charges will be filed. As of now, authorities have not publicly released detailed information regarding blood alcohol levels or the specific circumstances that led to the arrest. Legal experts say that DUI cases in California can carry a range of consequences depending on the severity of the situation, including fines, license suspension, mandatory classes, or, in some cases, jail time. However, it is important to note that an arrest does not necessarily mean a conviction, and the legal process will ultimately determine how the case proceeds. Until more official details are released, much of the information available comes from law enforcement sources and early media reports. Meanwhile, Britney Spears' fans around the world have already begun reacting on social media. Some supporters are expressing concern for the singer's well-being, while others are urging the public to wait for verified facts before jumping to conclusions. For a celebrity who has spent most of her life under intense public spotlight, moments like this often trigger widespread debate and discussion. Britney Spears' journey has been filled with incredible success, but also with very public challenges. From becoming a teenage pop sensation to navigating personal struggles and legal battles, her story has remained one of the most closely followed narratives in modern entertainment history. Now, with the latest report of her DUI arrest in California, the spotlight has once again turned toward the pop icon. As the situation develops, more details are expected to emerge regarding the events of Wednesday night and any possible legal consequences that may follow. For now, the world is watching and waiting to see what happens next. This has been the latest update on Britney Spears' reported arrest in California. Stay tuned to Artistic Vortex for more breaking news, celebrity updates, and exclusive entertainment stories from around the globe.